So this video is the video for the retreat cards that we made. They're the make and takes. So we are going to go through those, and this will give you the directions on how to use all of the items that are actually pre-cut and in the envelope for you. This will walk you through on how exactly to put it all together. So we're going to start with this one first, and inside you're going to have these two punch outs. You're also going to have two of the leaves. You'll have a piece of paper like this, and then you're going to pull out your little pillow gift that has 3 different ribbons in it. And for this project, you're going to be using the burlap. So let me pull out that. You're also going to be using some silver twine, and this twine you actually will have a bunch in your packet as well, so it'll be in your actual envelope with the rest of your cardstock. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our piece of paper. Now this piece right here is going to actually go the whole length of your card, so you're going to see when you fold it in half, this piece is going to be for your front, and you're only going to have a slight border up top and a slight border down below. Now you're going to take your Whisper White piece and you're going to stamp it. Now you can use any background stamp you want. I personally decided to use the Woven Heirloom. Now one other quick thing is this is the stamp set you're going to use the majority of the time, and I'm sorry, I hope there's not much of a glare on it for you. And this is called Here's a Card. This is one of your items that you will have in your bag. So this is part of your retreat cost. So you can choose any stamp set you want out of here. For this one, I'm probably going to do I Made You a Card Because You're Worth It. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that one out. All right. And this is the new cling stamps as well. And then for the background, I'm actually going to use this piece right here. And this one too is a cling stamp. All right, and our ink color is going to be the Seaside Spray. So all your make and takes are using the new in colors, the new 2019 to 2021 in colors. So this one we're going to use Seaside Spray, and we're going to ink up And what I did was I just randomly stamped in different areas, and I would stamp off, but then I also would just restamp over and over again until there was no ink that was coming off of the stamp. And then I would re-ink it back up and start over. And it can just be random stamping. I'm actually going to stamp off on this one because I don't want it quite as, well, let's stamp over that one. Okay. All right, and then let's do one more there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put our I Made You a Card Because You're Worth It. We're going to put that on a block, and you're going to have a piece of Whisper White paper in your envelope that's actually already going to be stamped in this image right here. So you'll have this right here. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp on there. Let's actually make sure, yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure it fit. And I'm going to bring it down, so I might come off of camera for just a second, but I just want to make sure that I get it on there evenly. Okay. And then, well, that did not go even, did it? It was a little lopsided, so let's do that again. Okay, perfect. All right, so there we go. Sorry about that. And then what I actually did as well was I took my background stamp, and I inked it up, and then I stamped off twice, and I just stamped in the background. So it gives it, kind of fills in that white space a little bit. You don't have to do that, but that is definitely an option for you. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to take and put our burlap ribbon down. And we're going to just slide it across here like this. And you're going to have some extra, so cut it to whatever size it is that you want to cut it to. And then I'm going to use my fast fuse, and I'm just going to put it right there and then just lay this down. And you can put it at an angle or whichever you prefer. Now you're going to take this piece and you're going to cut the ends off of it like this as well. And so now you're going to have this. And then what I'm going to do is actually adhere it right across like this. And I'm going to put the adhesive on the back of it. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to take and put my silver thread. I have to find the tape on it. It's blending in with the light. And you're going to have plenty in your packet, so just as much as you want is really it. I'm going to wrap it around. That's good, I think. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is just messily, that's my word for it, just chunk it right there. So I don't want it to be in a complete circle. I don't want any of that. I just want it to be there. Okay? And now we're going to kind of center this where we want it. So kind of about there. And then what I'm going to do is take glue dots. I'm sorry, my chair is squeaking. We're going to take glue dots and put it at the end. And I'm just going to slide it right up underneath there like that. And then I'm going to take the other one. I'm going to slide it up right about there. Okay. And then we're going to take a leaf. I'm going to stick the leaf right about there. And then we're going to stick the other leaf straight up. And obviously arrange it however it is that you want to do it. It is totally perfect however you plan on it. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. I actually did pull my dimensionals out. And I'm going to put 3 on there just because when you mail stuff, you really want to make sure that you have plenty to hold it. It doesn't need to go flat in the center. And then just make sure you're covering up your adhesive. So wherever you put it. And then you want to make sure it is straight. Okay. All right. And then all we're going to do is adhere it to the front. Oops. To the front of the card. And how I do this is I take it and I line it up on my desk like this, so that it's flat. And we're actually going to do it the other way because it looks like I have a little bit of thread hanging off there. So I take it and I kind of line it up like this so that it's even. And then I literally just adhere it up like that. And then voila, it is perfect. Okay, and then you will have a Whisper White sheet to go on the inside. I did not cut enough for me to go through all of that with you. So I just wanted to make sure that you had all of this stuff to make the front. So this is the first card. And now we will go on to the second card. And you will have envelopes for each one of them, so don't worry about that. And if there are any supplies that you by chance did not get, please let me know. I put them together as I was putting all the ones for the actual retreat together, so it was a lot of chaos. So if you didn't get something, let me know and I can get that sent over to you by mail. Okay, so this one we are going to fold in half. And again, on this one, I am going to use a background stamp. And again, I am using this Woven Heirloom one. I really like the sentiments in it. I'm not too big on the actual font itself, but I love the background stamps. So we're going to use the really big one. And then we're going to use the terracotta tile for this one. So terracotta tile. And what we're going to do is ink it up. And you don't even have to ink up the whole stamp because you're not going to stamp the whole thing across there. And then you're going to just kind of place it up there, up top. And then for the bottom, I did the opposite side and the opposite way of the stamp as well. So I'm going to stick that there, just like that. And again, any background stamp works. It doesn't have to be this one. This one just happened to be the one I decided to pick. All right, so once you do that, then you're going to take your green DSP. It is embossed with the settles. And then the other thing is you will actually, it will already be punched for you, but the corners are going to be round. Not all of them, just two, and it's going to be the opposite sides. So it'll look like this for you. And you can put it like this. You can put it like this. You can do however, which way you want to do. And I'm actually going to do it like this. And this is going to go directly onto the cardstock base. I'm going to go ahead and do all four sides for this one. So it's going to go just like this, and it's going to actually butt up to the fold itself. And I'm not necessarily worried about this one being even, because with the corners being like this, it's not gonna, you really won't tell as much. So then the next thing is you're gonna have two pieces that are cut out. You're gonna have one that's in terracotta tile and then one that is in white. And what you're gonna actually do is you're gonna offset like this, okay? And you're gonna adhere the terracotta tile down. But first, we're going to stamp. I almost forgot to stamp. On this one, I'm actually going to do happy birthday. I need some masculine birthday cards, so let's go with that. All right, I'm going to take that off for now. Oops. Put that over there. Okay. And we're going to stamp it in, no, we're actually going to stamp this one in peacock. Pretty peacock, because it'll give it a little bit darker on the terracotta tile. So just center that bad boy up like that. Just like that. Perfect. I like that. It is a little off, but I think it actually looks really good like that. Okay, and then you're just going to adhere it down. Okay, and then what you're going to do is in your bag, one of your pillow gifts is actually Whisper White. Whisper White, I've forgotten the name of it. Whisper White linen. No, it's not. It's just twine. Whisper White twine. My goodness. And I have apparently used all of mine, I think. Yes, I have. So we're going to take it right out of this. I actually probably have laid it somewhere and can't find it now, but because I tend to keep a lot of rolls. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to wrap this around the end, and you can wrap as many times as you want. I'm going to just wrap it around once, and I may not even wrap it. I think what I'm actually going to do is just tie it in a double bow, like this. Might not have quite enough to do that. We're going to make it work. Like that. Okay, that's not going to work, so I'll just do a single bow. Sorry. But you can wrap it. You can just do a bow. You can, whatever you want to do is totally fine. And then I'm just going to adhere it right there. Okay? And I'm going to do that using a glue dot. Make my bow just a little bigger. I might be getting a little too perfection-y on that one. All right. All right, and then you're going to take it and you're going to kind of lay it where you want it to go. And then you're going to have this piece right here. And you're going to cut it as a banner. So one of the easiest ways to do it, and I'm going to make sure I'm in the screen. You just go up the center and then cut at an angle on either side, like that. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to stick this behind, and really I used this color just to kind of give it not a little extra, but just to kind of take away from the bold darkness of these two. So I just wanted to add in just a little bit of light right there. So that is why that piece is on there. You can leave it off if you want. That's totally up to you. But I'm going to just stick it right there. And then I pop this up using dimensionals. And again, I'm going to actually use 4 on this one. I need to cut a corner off. And I'm using 4 just because there's 2 pieces on here. All right, so then you're just gonna stick it right on. Just like that. And then you can cut your bow strings or whatever, however you want to do that. I think I'm going to leave mine long, so let's even it up though. So that is card number 2. You also have a whisper white piece to go on your inside. So you can stamp it up, you can add another sentiment, you can do whatever it is that you want to do on it. But that is your make and take number 2. So let's close this up. And let's get rid of some of this trash. And let's move on to the next one. Okay, so the next make and take is pretty simple. And what you're going to do is fold your cardstock in half. Give it a little bit of a burnish with your bone folder. And then you're going to take and adhere your pieces on your cardstock. And what I actually did was I kind of off-centered it, and you're going to find out why in a minute. So kind of like that. And then we're just going to go on and put it right on there. Let's go with this one next, actually. Okay, and then this piece, and this one I'm gonna almost do straight. Just like that. Okay. So now we're going to stamp our sentiment, and for this one we're going to do It's All Messy, the hair, the house, the heart, life. So that is this one. And we're going to ink it up in Rococo Rose. I'll grab another block so I don't get my fingers all messy. Okay. And then I'm going to pull this one closed just so I can get it even. Pretty good. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to have, you might even have an extra one in there. I wasn't sure if I did one or two in each packet, but what you'll do is you'll take it and you're going to cut it in half. And then you're going to flip this over, put a little ink on either side, and then you're just going to split it just like this. Okay? Line it up however it is that you want to do. And then flip it over, and you're going to have in your little box here, one of your ribbons is the lace. And you're going to take the lace, and you're just going to kind of, what I did was I put ink like that, and then I just zigzagged it across the back of it, just like this, and then cut it off at an angle. Oop, that did not work. And now I'm going to put dimensionals, and because you've got the ribbon on here, I'm going to add a couple extra dimensionals. I'm going to put one there, one there, one there, there, and there. Okay. The backs are sticking to my fingers. Okay. And then literally all you do is you just put it right here on the front of your card. Not car. So that's it. And then you again will have a piece of Whisper White to put on the inside so you can stamp it up, or you could even use some of the DSP. Now, I did go ahead and take the DSP out of your pack of paper that comes in your bag, but I went ahead and took your paper and put it into the actual envelope with the rest of your items to make each make and take. So that is make and take number 3. Now, the last make and take is actually my favorite one, and these are the pieces for it. So, you're going to take and fold it, burnish it, okay, and then you can set that aside for a moment, and you're going to take this right here, and this is using one of the label punches, the classic label punch, I believe it is. And what I did was I actually extended the paper and then just did the edges. I stuck the edges into it, punched it, and then stuck the other edge in and did it. So one edge was like hanging out the top. I hope that makes sense. Let me show you. So it's this one right here, which, everyday label punch. That's what this one is. And so what I did was I stuck in the piece of paper like this so that one end was hanging out here and the other was getting punched there. And then obviously I switched it. So like that. And that was just to make the extension of the label itself. So this one we're going to do congratulations. Let's see if that will... I don't really think that takes up a lot of room. So let's do the happy birthday one again. And this time we're going to we're going to punch it in the Pretty Peacock. So okay. I'm going to pull it down so I can see it. Perfect. So that's what it's going to look like. And then let's close this bad boy up. All right, and then you're going to have some silver foil paper in, and what you're going to do is flip it over, put a little bit of adhesive on your sides, and then you're just going to attach it to the bottom like this. And I'm sorry, you probably have a glare on it, but you're going to put a piece on the top and then a piece on the bottom, or you can do it the opposite way like I did, the bottom then the top. Okay, so that's that. And I did not get that even at all. Let's try that again. Okay, all right, there we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is you're going to have, again, in your box, you've got some of the braided trim ribbon. And let's make sure that's what it's called. It is called, nope, the braided linen trim. And you're going to take it and you're going to cut a little piece. And actually what I'm going to do first is I'm going to stick it in. Just like that. And then I'm just going to tie it in a knot. I'm going to put it on that side. Okay, and then you're going to cut it here. And then I just kind of frayed the edges a little bit just to make it look rough. All right, and then we're going to do the other side. Okay, and then do it again. All right, and then we're going to flip it over and we're going to put some dimensionals on it. I'm going to do a long piece across the bottom, piece across the top, and then on that side, and then on this side. Okay, and then we're going to set that aside for just a second. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this piece right here and we're going to make a banner out of it. So you're going to go up the center right here, and you want to do just a little bit on this one. And you're going to go from the corner all the way to that middle piece that you cut. And you're going to do the same to the other side. And I think it needs to be a little, let's go up just a little bit more. Sometimes you kind of have to play with it to see how you're going to like it. Much better. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and just adhere it straight down to there. And again, here's where I do the little trick where I line it up so I can see it, and then I just fold it right on up. And then that did not work at all. I don't know what I did. I must have moved. Ah. All right, let's try that again. See if I can get it off though. Okay, we lost a little bit, but that's okay. Let's try that again. As I put it the wrong way down. I'm going to go ahead and just get this off. And then put a little bit more adhesive right there. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. Not sure it's going to work now because I got it all bent, but we're going to try. there we go. Crisis averted. Perfect. All right, and then you're going to take it and you're going to adhere it to this piece right here. And we're going to try to do that a little better this time. Okay. So, line it up and then flip it. All right, so there we go. Okay, and then you're going to take this right here. Oops. Your sentiment. And you're going to line it up wherever you want to, and it's going to go from the blue to the blue. And this blue is the Seaside Spray. And then, so you've got Pretty Peacock and Seaside Spray for this card. And it's going to go from edge to edge on that Seaside Spray. Alright, and then that's your card right there. And then you'll have a Whisper white piece in order to do that, and then you can stamp in the inside if you would like, or you can just write inside of it, whichever you want. So that's your 4th make and take. So I'll bring in really quick all of them again in case you want to do a screenshot of them. And I'm going to make sure I'm in here on all of them. So you've got those 2. Okay, and then you've got these 2 right here. All right, guys, thanks so much. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a phone call, or you can send me an email, or you can even text me, whichever is easiest for you. But I hope you enjoy this retreat bag. I hope you enjoy all the goodies in it. I will tell you that because you weren't at the actual retreat itself, you didn't get to participate in the raffle, but instead you do have a little raffle gift inside of the card that's in the bag. And then you also have a some just mix match pieces of 12 by 12 designer series paper from the new catalog. So that's kind of your raffle prize since you weren't there for all of that. But again, if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks a lot. Bye, guys.